In the last couple of months, I've been consulted by three different clients, or potential clients rather, um, who applied for citizenship on their own because they thought they had a totally clean case. Okay, no issues, no criminal record or anything like that. They'd had their green cards for a long time. But then after applying and after going to their interviews, they all received either a notice of intent to deny or a request for evidence. And these were all related to trips they took outside of the United States of over 6 months, but less than 1 year. Okay, so this is significant because before immigration used to be, enforce the rules of abandonment of your green card if you were outside for more than a year. But they used to be pretty lax if you were over, if you were outside for a little over 6 months. Okay, but in all three of these cases, these people had been outside for less than a year, but over 6 months. And the really significant thing is not only is a letter saying that they need to explain why they're outside that long and explain why and convince immigration rather why they did not abandon their permanent resident status during that absence of say 7 or 8 months. Um, so not only do they say explain it or else we'll deny your citizenship, but they're also saying explain to us and convince us that you did not abandon. Otherwise, we're going to deem you having abandoned your green card. Okay, so what does that mean? What's the difference? Okay, so when you go for a citizenship interview, if things don't go well because of either a crime or a lack of good moral character in the last 5 years, or previously because of a trip that was too long outside of the United States, all they would do is deny your citizenship application. And you'd have to try again in the future when whatever that issue was is resolved, okay? Or it was outside of the 5 year period that they look at. However, in these requests for evidence or notice of intent to deny, the immigration officer is saying, if you don't convince us that you did not abandon your green card, not only are we denying your citizenship, but we're going to try to take away your green card too. So what happens in that situation? If they think you abandoned your green card on that trip that was too long, according to them, then they deny your citizenship, and then you will get what's called a notice to appear in immigration court, an NTA, okay? That court is essentially deportation court, okay? They call it removal proceedings. That's the technical term, but it's essentially the court where they send you when they're trying to deport you. And what you'll have to do in court is convince that immigration judge that you did not abandon your permanent resident status, okay? Now, in court, you might have a better chance than convincing an officer, but nonetheless, you're going to have to go to court, which means you're going to have to hire a deportation defense attorney, and you could be honestly going there for years because of how backed up the courts are, all right? So for these clients, the critical thing, or if you find yourself in this situation,